Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on. Let's talk about a different issue from 2024. Clench, a non-character. Right. So
Oh my
so
Unfortunate.
so let's let's
God.
let's let's do a story
Oh.
time, right? So they introduced this new character for this one-off episode where he's like, sort of help. He's like introduced out of the blue. It's a lot of, because so obviously there's a bit of mystery around him. Like we don't know much about him, so that's a bit intriguing. He's like, he sort of helps with Tari's like little character thing in that episode, so that's all well and fine. He serves a purpose, and then they bring him back for the episode that begins the puzzlevision arc, and he acts a bit suspicious in it because he doesn't reveal his identity to some characters where he purposely hides himself, but he willingly reveals himself to other characters, like Maggie and Bob.
He only revealed
And
himself to Maggie.
He revealed himself to Bob too, and
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
and so basically, so he acts suspicious. So you think, oh, he's going to play some sort of big role in this upcoming arc. Then he never appears again. The only possible reference to him in the entire arc is when, in the final fight in the movie, Tari's arm turns into that gun that it transformed into in the Derailment Psycho, which Clench did. So maybe that was probably the only thing he did in that arc. And you can easily miss that, if that was even him. And then he's completely forgotten about. Like, they completely forget about him until they do the rip-off episode of that episode in 2021 where they do the Mr. Beast challenges. Then they bring him back all of a sudden, and they acknowledge that he's been forgotten about with the writing. And also he reveals himself to SMG3, meaning that because the SMG3 was in that scene for some reason instead of SMG4.
Yeah.
And so that makes me think, well, maybe he's hiding from SMG4 purposely, because it's the only character that would make sense, because he was the only character who ran into the what was it called? The storage room. And obviously Clench revealed himself to SMG3 and Bob. And so, but that makes no sense. Why hide himself from SMG4? Do they have a plan? I don't know. It's so confusing. I'm just speculating.
He's scared of being turned into a multiple
person. And then they forget about him again until the Christmas episode where he doesn't serve any real purpose. And so, what was the point of this character? Like, what was the point of introducing him?
I think what happened is that his voice actor, who is Examination C, which I hope we all know who that guy is like, they in 2024 had like got into a full-time job with Glitch Productions, both him and his brother and all that stuff. But like, I think what happened in that is that Examination explained in their Lethal Company video, not the music video, but like explaining the ins and out of that video, is that they moved from a full-time job to a part-time job. So I think literally Examination has been too busy to voice the character, hence why he's not appeared, I think, unless I am just coping super hard. It's either I'm
that's
coping
just
or that's the reason why.
The thing, that's a speculation, but they've got a voice actor for this character, and usually that's always indicating a character's importance, like a character's future importance. Yeah, it leads to nothing.
Exactly.
And again, they use him in a suspicious way in the first episode of the puzzlevision arc. So it's like, why? What was your plan here? What was going on in the creative, like, writing process? I'm so confused. Like, I genuinely want to know the behind the scenes of what the thought process was.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the fact that you're saying he's hiding himself from SMG4 might have something. This might sound like a little crazy, but it might have something to do with the door, the boarded up door.
Oh, maybe, but see, I say he's hiding from himself from SMG4 because that's the only character that it would make sense. Because wait, so Clench, like, his whole thing is that he's hiding from the other characters so people don't know he's alive. But then he reveals himself, to new characters all the time. He introduces himself to Bob and Mario, and then introduces himself to Meggy, and then later on when he's reintroduced in the Mr. Beast rip-off episode, he introduces himself to SMG3, because SMG3 is like the guy in that scene instead of SMG4 for some reason. That's a bit odd. Like, it's like almost like they intentionally didn't have SMG4 be the sort of like Mr. Beast guy in that scene. They had SMG3 do it. So it's like, so maybe he's
Yeah.
and because SMG4 is the only other character who barged into the storage room in the No TV episode, it's like, well, surely he's hiding from SMG4 specifically then, because if not, I'm confused, because he's supposed to be hiding himself from other characters, but then he reveals himself all the time, so I don't get it. I'm so confused. What is the what is the plan here? Right, so with the Clench thing, they need to do something with him, right? They need to do something, like a Tari arc is overdue, and they do something with them both in that, right? Just to finally settle the stupid arm thing that's been going on for so long. It's just confusing as hell.
Clench is just going to turn into a transformer.